Hello, fan, singular, the one person that probably watches these videos right now. I had an idea that I wanted to entertain. So usually with broker tapes, I record a bunch of videos throughout my day, or record one or two, or record a few videos at the end of my day with a recap of what I did. But this video is different. This video is going to be a recap of the entire week from Monday, August 3rd through Friday, August 7th. And so I really just wanted to give a couple key takeaways and a couple highlights from each day rather than go step by step what I did every single day, because I think that can kind of get long, monotonous, and quite frankly boring. So starting off strong on Monday, at the end of Monday in the evening, I had an interview for Project 402 with my good friend Jake. He is a co-owner of Ponca Hills Pumpkin. They are essentially an Uber for pumpkin delivery business in the fall, around Halloween. And they grow their own pumpkins, and him and the co-owner drive them and deliver them to people. So that was exciting. I love hanging out with him, obviously, because he's a friend, but also I love pushing forward on Project 402 and continuing to just expose local businesses and share their story with the community. Then Tuesday was a pretty slow day, but I reaped the benefits of living the insurance life, as I call it, because I actually got to hang out with my girlfriend and take her to her dentist appointment, because she had a really bad filling that she needed, and she wanted me to go with her. So that was fun, and I was glad that I could get to do that. And both her and I go to my cousin, All Care Dental, out on 156th and Maple. And so it was cool to just get back inside their office, and I just did some work while she went back and got her teeth destroyed. And I say got her teeth destroyed because I don't really know what they do with the filling. I have an idea, but I've never had any problems with my teeth. I've never had any cavities. I've never had braces, even though you can tell I kind of need braces now. I need Invisalign now. But yeah, so I don't know what the heck exactly they do with the root canal or fillings. Then Wednesday was an interesting one. Wednesday, I actually managed to score a free ticket to an event that took place all day Wednesday. It was an online event. It was a healthcare and health insurance-ish, not just nationwide. I think it was international conference. Yeah, because I know at least someone from Canada also attended, so maybe just North American. But it was a conference advocating for and preaching the necessity and the dire need, quite frankly, to have much greater transparency in healthcare, and just kind of stressing the urge that we need to revolutionize things because prices have become astronomical. There's over $1 billion in waste in the industry, among that being insurance fraud, as well as many unnecessary surgeries and procedures that people are getting done, just so that the facilities and just so that the providers can make more money at the end of the day. And so that was very sad to hear. That was my biggest takeaway from the lesson, was that the industry obviously is hurting really bad, not financially, but in terms of morally. It's a very morally bankrupt industry. And this conference is trying to bring light to that and connect people together who can help change that. Then Thursday morning, of course, kicked off with my Center Sphere chapter meeting. And then after that was there's supposed to be a webinar that is like the annual Medicare Supplement symposium or whatever for this one company, but they had some major technical issues. They started 25 minutes late, and then it cut out like after a half an hour when the thing was supposed to be an hour. So that was a huge mess. But then later in the day, I had an appointment with a lady that I met networking through Center Sphere, ironically, about a year ago actually now. And that appointment just served as a reminder that, networking does pay off, but they say networking really starts paying off after about 12 to 18 months of doing it consistently. And it was awesome because she just reached out. She said, "Hey, me and my husband need some insurance, and you're the first one that came to mind because you came to my Centers for Chapter. You presented last year, and I see you post on social media all the time. So here we are. I thought I'd give you a call." So it's always nice to see the fruits of your labor and the hard work of networking pay off. Then more centers for you on Friday morning. There was a digital networking event between the Lincoln, Nebraska, combined with the Omaha, Nebraska Centers for Chapters. There's an open invitation to everyone, and there's about a little less than 30 people that attended that, and it was really cool. They did these breakout rooms that I'd never done before, and it was just nice to meet other people in the Centers for Network who I normally wouldn't because they're in a totally different city. But then there's a webinar on Social Security and retirement and income later on in life that I kind of listened to while meal prepping or working out. I can't quite remember. Didn't learn too much from that. It was kind of 101 information, I guess I'll say, beginner information. But that's okay, that's why I was multitasking while it was on. Then in terms of my work day, I finished off Friday with another appointment, actually. It was a friend of mine who I had met at a Greater Omaha Chamber networking event more than a year ago now, I think. And a little bit less than a year, actually. And her and I did a high ropes course together, which was fun. And she needed help with her insurance. Her situation was crazy, though. She has ulcerative colitis. She has a kid who's 4 years old. She just has a lot of medical issues. She has an ostomy bag. So we got her set up with something because she's losing her TRICARE coverage, but she's still exploring some other options, and so we don't know exactly if that plan is going to stick. But she's also looking for a new job that will hopefully provide her better benefits than what we got her set up for. Something else that happened Friday, though, before I let you guys go. This was very notable, and something that gets on my nerves, and that is people spreading misinformation. I posted something on 500 Millennials of Omaha about some new data that has shown regarding the number of people unemployed and impacted by the coronavirus, and along with that, those who have lost their health insurance coverage from their employer from getting laid off from the coronavirus. And it, of course, got into in the comments, it of course divulged into why we should have Medicare for all, according to many people in that group. I'm a big advocate against Medicare for all, for those that don't know. But it got into someone saying, well, at least even though we don't have Medicare for all, at least no insurance company can deny someone health insurance coverage. And so I jumped in and I said that's false, because obviously there's things like short-term medical plans and share programs, supplemental gap plans, accident plans. There's so many different types of health insurance that people can get declined for. You can even get declined an underwritten group policy. They can decline the group. Then you're stuck going with a different group route. A different group plan, I should say. And so I called this guy out. I said, hey man, that's not true. And so he goes, well, it actually is, unless you know something that I don't. And then he cited an article on healthcare.gov, and then went and copy and pasted part of the article and went in depth on why he was right. And I had to very tactfully explain to him, I said, no, you're wrong. The Affordable Care Act plans can't deny anyone coverage, but people get denied for health insurance all the time. And then he cited another article or another link from healthcare.gov, and I responded pretty aggressively to that at this point. And I said, look, you can't just make blanket statements like that. You're only half right. Yes, some plans won't decline people for pre-existing conditions, but those are only the Affordable Care Act plans. and some like supplemental gap plans are guaranteed issue, or MEC plans are guaranteed issue. But really only Affordable Care Act type plans won't decline people health insurance coverage. And he goes, oh, well, I didn't realize that, but I would appreciate you saying that I'm not just spreading misinformation on purpose. And I was like, no, you kind of are. You're at fault, because you must say, if you don't know something 100%, you have to say, look, I'm not an expert in this field, but from what I've heard, and based on this link, here's what I believe, that insurance plans can't deny people. And so it was just a back and forth, completely unnecessary. But he's expecting an apology from me. He wanted me to publicly apologize for calling him out, saying that he was purposefully spreading misinformation. And I said, no, I won't apologize, because you were spreading misinformation. If I didn't see that post and say, hey, look, you're wrong, then people seeing his comment stating that no plan can deny you would be totally misled to think that they can go out and apply for any insurance and they'll get approved and accepted no matter what, which is not the case. If you have pre-existing conditions, you have to be very tactful and very careful in the situation and in the insurance that you're looking into, because some won't cover you. And there's people out there saying lies like, oh no, things will always cover you. And so I got really heated, and I got really upset when he said that I should apologize because I'm not going to apologize for calling someone out for spreading misinformation. The proper thing to do is say, hey, look, I'm not an expert, or hey, this isn't my industry, but from what I've heard or from what I've seen other people talk about, I don't believe this is true. So that's something that I can't stand with my industry. It's something that I'm always actively trying to fix, and that's why I post so frequently online about health insurance and about health insurance facts, because I think there's so much misinformation, quite frankly, and there's so many people that need answers. They just need to know the laws, and they need to know exactly how things work. The best way to do that, obviously, is to talk to a broker like myself, but unfortunately, people don't do that because I don't know why. Maybe they're scared of someone trying to sell them something, or maybe they think it's more to go through a broker when it really isn't. I don't know. But you need to make sure you're getting your facts from a professional instead of just online in the comment section, on a Facebook post or whatever it is, where someone goes, my brother-in-law had that plan, it didn't cover that. It didn't cover him at all. Or my even worse, I heard about that company's plans, they stink. Well, that company might have 15 different plans. So that's my soapbox for the day. I'm very upset when people are spreading misinformation. So please make sure you're talking to and working with an independent broker, no matter what line of insurance it is, because I cannot stand I can't stand this rampant pool of misinformation just floating around the universe, especially when it comes to health insurance, obviously. So please reach out if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer any questions for free, obviously, if you haven't gathered that by now. Or I can point you, I can back up my responses by showing you the links on Medicare.gov or healthcare.gov or whatever it is. So stop spreading misinformation. If you don't know something, start by saying, I think, instead of this is how it is. Say, this might be right, not this is right. Because life's hard enough and information is skewed enough as it is, with articles and news outlets posting, just clickbait, quite frankly. So don't contribute to that. Don't be one to facilitate the spread of misinformation. With that, I'm going to say, see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and stay truthful.